Welcome everybody to Top Individuals. How are we doing today? Jake has transformed himself into a chair in the days past.
Sponsored by AK Racing, the Australian partners of racing chairs.
Something like that. We wish to formally welcome you all.
Do you guys like my haircut that I totally have because I'm not in lockdown at all?
Perfect, mate.
Such a fucking mess.
Starting to look like one of those poor kids in those British, those British films where they all got like, Charles Dickens novel or something. They got, fingerless gloves.
I'll show on your shoes, Justin Nicholas.
Yeah, that's it.
Looks like you just have normal hair.
Manchester 7 has syphilis. It's just at the sides. It's really messy.
I'm about to shave all mine off, mate.
Whatever will you do, mate?
I also got to ask, how's the volume levels? Because we have now changed some of our equipment.
Turns out I only had half a shot left.
Oh fuck!
What equipment's been changed?
I now have finally a microphone.
I thought so. When did you get that the other day?
Yesterday.
I talked to this guy on a Sunday about it or Saturday, and I was like, man, I literally said to him, message him the day of. I'm like, dude, we got to talk about mics again when I'm back online. And then all of a sudden, I know he's like, I hear him sound slightly different on Monday.
Yeah, I never asked him, but I was like, something just changed. I was like, something changed.
I'm keen to hear how it sounds for the episode.
For him?
Me too.
For the episode, it was sound real crisp.
Yeah,
because we do this via Discord, so for us, the quality still translates poorly.
Yeah.
Even though I have a proper mic, it doesn't sound that great because he's recording it.
Yeah. So
it's stuck through Discord. It's not.
Like if I stream, it's real fucking crisp.
We're gonna have to find a way to do this out of Discord.
There is a way to do it. You gotta put the right settings in.
Oh, okay. All right. Sick. Yeah, we'll work it out. Probably just need the.
Oh yeah, because PKA get really good audio going between them most of the time.
They have a whole. I did screenshot when they went through all their settings at one point.
Oh, cool.
I've got so many screenshots. Fucking one take me ages to find.
I guess what this really means, Alex, is we kind of got to change the.
What?
It's been a while since I've had some alcohol. We got to change the tip goal for Jake's mic since yours is covered.
Yes. Let me just change that real quick. I think I could do it while we're on. Donation goal.
You asked what type it was.
There we go.
Yeah, I asked what type. And I wonder, he's so fucking loud for me. Like, Jesus Christ, he'll turn you down.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Visual settings, not. Here we go. I just want to change the title.
How much time did you spend playing around the settings to get it to a spot that you were happy with?
So that's the best bit. I didn't really do anything. I just left it on cardioid.
In Streamlabs, you can make it fucking mint.
Yeah, right. I have to give it a crack.
Take out all background noise, and it just filters through just your voice.
Fuck yeah! I'll play around with it. At some point.
If you just Google best settings for YouTube, best settings for fucking blah blah blah.
Yep.
It tells you everything you need to know.
Okay.
It comes out really, you can almost if I had a vacuum cleaner in the background, I could adjust the settings.
Yep.
To block out all sound and background noise, and all you could hear is my voice. It was outrageous.
Damn.
I think even the video have developed some new shit.
The video has been working on that a bit.
Yeah.
Part of their graphics and the drivers.
Some fancy shit going on as well.
How much money did we have in the fucking thing? Was it 33?
Maybe more.
31 something? We'll just say $32 we're at.
Yeah, I reckon my bank account fees are costing more than what we have.
Alright, I don't know if that worked. I might have to play around with that. No, I didn't. Jake's mic. Starting amount. 32.
I can't believe we completely succeeded in one of our donation goals. Alex's mic is being sorted out. Now we're seeing behind the scenes.
Yeah, I keep using my number pad, and that's what I've got set to all the fucking hotkeys. That's the problem. 12th of the 12th.
I mean, you can kind of just do it next time. Anyway, hot topic of the week: plastic straws.
Oh yeah, this is I believe a viewer submitted this question in.
A
or this
viewer
topic.
came to us. They emailed us their concerns regarding plastic straws, and their main viewpoint is that it has ruined their experience. I think the main drink was from a Boost drink.
Yep.
They hate paper straws.
But I think in general, it has ruined his experience in drinking liquid products. And I just want to do you guys have any quick thoughts that you
Yes.
just chuck in there?
I do have a very quick thought. This person must be missing their mother's tit or something, because they're probably chewing down on those straws expecting it to stay in the shape like the old plastic ones, but instead they're just getting a fucking mouthful of wet paper.
You're just like, so chewing tobacco, mate, or his mother's tit. I like that.
Anyway, that's my quick thought.
Bro, just carry a metal one around.
Yeah, just put it in your pocket. Just be careful when you sit down.
I don't
I
drink
think you
beverages
said
that
this right.
require a straw. That's for women.
Yeah, just open up the fucking lid.
I love where you're coming from. Putting women in this situation, always a good starting point.
It's because I value them so much.
The fact that you just said carry a metal straw, do you think... Can you imagine if the Swiss Army knife came with a straw?
It fucking will soon.
That's a fucking mind-blowing idea, right?
Well, they've got
I
those
just thought of that.
retractable ones. They go down like that big.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know how you're going to
But,
do it out of a Swiss Army knife, because like the whole thing about the Swiss Army knife is you fold it out, but it would
Yeah.
still be attached, so
they
have to
but
detach.
Like a Swiss Army knife has a toothpick, has tweezers that you pull out.
Yeah, you'll think straight away it's not the most compact Swiss Army knife.
yeah, like those
yeah,
ones
yeah,
that are like
yeah.
that thick.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be a bit of a fat fucker. It's gonna come off your dad's belt keychain, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's just-
But yeah, my thoughts. Look, I mean, we've all been there, right? We've all used paper straws, and it's like sometimes you get to the end of your liquid beverage.
I never
Yeah.
get angry at the straw. I always go,
Well,
fuck,
never-
I should have drunk that faster. This is my bad.
Yeah, like sometimes it gets a bit soggy, it gets a bit wet, and it just crumbles along. But
Look,
that's
if
your own fault, mate.
That's
your
it.
own fucking fault.
if you're complaining
Like-
about plastic straws, yeah, baby, that's my hot take of the night.
We should just bring his own plastic straw and reuse it.
Yeah. Don't
yeah,
throw it
there's
out. No
that
problem.
option, and at the end of the day, mate, he brought up the point that why can we have a plastic cup, but not plastic straws? And if he's using the example of Boost, I'm pretty sure Boost use recyclable cups to some degree.
They're like cardboard, those ones, I think, from memory.
Yeah.
Big
Right,
one that
pretty
the
strong.
lid on top.
Oh,
the
yeah.
lid on top, yeah. I do agree that there is an extent of plastic that shouldn't be there, but at the same time, straws are made in such more capacity than I think cups.
They were
terms of,
like, there was like a
single-use.
survey about them, like how much of a pollutant they actually were and how much like rubbish they made in the sea or whatever. And it was like a fucking like massive amount. It wasn't first, but it was like second.
Remember, like straws are a single-use product.
Yeah,
You use them, you throw them out. Use them, fucking whatever. And
that's it.
all I can say is, mate, think of the fucking future, mate. It's all about you.
Yeah.
Think about that turtle. He sent me a link about a turtle, and that got a straw stuck in his nose.
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't really read it, but from my thoughts, mate, should have happened. Fuck the turtle, but shouldn't have happened.
And that's it. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's a good step, because I mean, making such a fucking throwawayable item
I
out
think-
of something that's just such
I
like
think
shit quality.
if you can have straws at home, I think that's okay. If you're just gonna use it at home,
Yeah,
throw
but
it recyclable.
you're gonna throw it out though. That's what.
Yeah, I
like,
guess.
If you got a reusable one, sure, like go for it. But yeah,
Your family, but so my family, when we went out, we was, Hungry Jack's, or we got from a cafe, we would keep the straws for like months or years. I think we still got straws from 10 years ago.
shit. I mean, we used to, but I mean that's the thing. Like you keep all that shit. Like you've got
Yeah,
shitloads of
fuck
straws that aren't
using
even
straw.
used yet.
The only thing I use a straw for now is a milkshake.
Mm.
with
mean,
the
that makes
Macca's
sense,
Big
actually.
Shake, which I get very, very rarely, is the only time, and that's probably one of
Yeah,
those moments where
like-
I'm having to suck on that bitch to get it out sometimes, and so my straw does get destroyed pretty quick.
I'm gonna audio
sometimes-
clip that.
I just suck the shit out of it. Sometimes what I do though, very rarely, because normally I learn to just down these things as fast as I can. I will like, if the straw gets a bit weird at the top, I'll kind of like pull the straw out and flip it.
That makes sense.
And then I try to reshape it as best I can, you know, stretch it out a bit, just, and then just flip it, chuck it back down, and I've got the other half of the straw to use.
You're a genius.
It runs out pretty quick. It's not a I was waiting for you guys. It's stupid because it's fine. It doesn't work. It doesn't work the way I'd like it to.
It's like, that's the other thing as well. Like, I guess like it doesn't affect me much because when I go to fucking like a fast food place or whatever, I never actually get a like a soft drink. I'll always just get water.
Yeah, same. I usually get a bottle of water.
I don't really like that shit, or soda or whatever you pop or.
Well, maybe you should go to Boost more often.
I like Boost. No, I do drink a lot of Boost. I drink Boost.
Is nice. I think it's actually a bit of a rip off.
It's absolutely a rip off, bro.
So it's actually very unhealthy, like from what I can gather.
It's just sugar.
Very unhealthy.
But
sugar,
it's nice.
sugar on sugar.
It's weird how like you can see why you'd think it's healthy, about the amount of like fruit and shit they put in them.
Yeah.
But
hey, what are we drinking tonight, by the way? It's drinking episode.
I have a nice 2019 Merlot.
Oh yeah, I know that
from
brand.
Southeast Australia.
Very nice. Oh yeah, there's about 3 pixels there.
And then I also have a cricket bat over here.
Uh-huh.
Of
Very nice.
Sambuca Galliano, and if anyone has some spirits and want to have a swig with me, feel free.
Oh, don't. But I have a swig anyway.
I'm just on my scotch, mate.
What scotch you drinking there, Jake?
Chivs.
Very nice.
Chivs Regal.
Very nice.
Go some shivs actually.
I'm still so close to doing that whiskey club thing.
Oh yeah. Hey, if you guys want to sponsor us, we'll actually use your shit.
Oh, that's a good shout. We should send them a message.
Whiskey
Should we
club.
send them a message?
I'll
whip it up. We're getting it up. Alright, hold on. Whiskey club. Hold on. Here we go.
Good thing you double new tab there.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know why I did that. What do we got here?
We are willing to say whatever you need.
Help?
To sell your product.
About us.
It's interesting. Like I have
Oh.
today. Last week, our supermarket got samples of gin.
Which ones?
It was a weird. I think the brand was Australian Code Gin or some bullshit.
I think I know what you're talking about.
So it was an Adelaide gin, a Brisbane gin. I want to say Sydney, but it might be.
Oh, I've got to block out my email
What
here.
kind of flavours?
There was like a pink. There was like a rose gin. There was
Actually, no, I'll do top individuals.
just a normal gin. It came in a pack of 3. But they sent us 16 boxes of samples. I think it was worth like $1,500 or something ridiculous.
No shit. You know what I keep seeing on TikTok and the like, and it's American. I don't think it's in Australian liquor stores, but I haven't even been able to go to one. Well, I think technically they are open. I just haven't been. So I try to avoid going out. Buzz balls.
What's that?
And it's like this tiny. It's literally this big. Almost looks like an apple if you get the green flavored one. It's American. It is this big, and it's just like a Christmas bulb, and it's a can opened one. And the reason why it's called a buzz ball, it's about the equivalent of having free drinks in this tiny thing that's like twice a shot, basically.
Damn.
Supposedly it doesn't taste too bad. Some like dog shit, some aren't. But the whole point of it is you just take this one little thing, like they're sold separately. You take one of them and you're buzzed. I'm the kind of guy who would happily just buy like 6 and just see where it takes me and how fast it elevates me.
Fuck yeah.
But it sounded like I actually kind of really like this because sometimes you're out of place and you're like, oh, I'm a bit late. I want to get buzzed. Like I need to hit that level faster, but you know I don't want to drink too rapidly. So if I can just go with something that's high enough in strength, then because I've done methods to get buzzed rapidly before, and then I just end up chucking up.
Yeah, Cole, it's
So who am I concerned? Hello,
road.
my name is Alex. I am working.
Oh, you're actually writing it? Let me have a
the
look.
Pop. A
on
podcast.
the. Jesus, just struggling. It's probably of.
I can't read that shit. I'm looking on my phone. It's too small.
I think Alex is like nearly done with this bottle of wine.
No, I only just started.
You should keep
Yeah,
typing like this. It's doing great.
Make sure you let them know that we're about business. That's why we wear.
We are
the
about
jacket.
business. I tried to promote business and good ideas and great
It
ideas.
is tradition for us to have an alcoholic beverage at the start of every episode. Even though we may have broken that tradition last
It
episode.
is
Make sure you let them know we're
tradition
gin lovers. We're gin
us
lovers.
to have
No, sorry,
Well,
whiskey lovers.
whiskey
Yeah. Right, we're
Every
gin lovers. See how they go,
episode.
and say we're looking to be swayed.
live,
Yes.
and
Yes.
we were hoping,
Business has marketing at its finest.
and we typically call out your service on many of our episodes.
They're gonna ask if you're fucking got a subscription, and then they're gonna be like,
Yeah, we do.
no.
Start up a free trial.
Obviously, we're looking to subscribe, but
Yeah.
we want to let the people know, and
Like, change the donation goal to Whiskey Club. We're working towards being able to, have you send us a bottle.
What the possibilities were of us becoming
surprised I haven't seen
temporary.
it. I guess you can't really market alcohol on like YouTube and shit.
Yeah, you can't. It's very
Unless,
hard to do it.
certain times. But,
Instagram's whatever. Instagram's how I'm getting it.
yeah, I haven't seen it because I haven't
We
googled it. I've
have
never got
been
it.
long time fans, and for us it
Long
would
time
be
fans.
a dream to
How can we be
have
fans if
you
we've never had
guys
it?
shovel us on our
Mate, I'm a fan
Right
of Fast and Furious
to
9.
become-
Have I seen it yet? No.
the number one
Hey,
business
boys.
and leisure
I think you
podcast.
should be doing this in your own time, but
Hope this message found you well, and hope to hear from you
is this how
soon.
you usually write your business emails?
Absolutely not. This is way more professional.
Wait, what?
I'm serious.
More?
So because it's technically my own business, I try and be more personable. This is more like I'm like blah blah blah. I'm very distinguished.
I want you to send
yeah.
if you could forward me some of your client
I'd love
contact, like
to.
some of your.
I
I
would
would
love
love
to.
to read them. I'll
Yeah.
forward mine out of my work email to your personal. You can see what I write.
100% done.
I think you know some of it because some of the late nights
I've-
I'm just telling you what I'm typing.
Yeah, I'm there when you write that shit, man. Should I attach a file? Yeah, maybe.
I just got told by two
Hope
different
you
managers
soon.
today about working
Cheers.
proper hours.
Alex.
Yeah, you should be, mate.
Well, they weren't aware of the hours I'm already doing. They was like, it's really important in lockdown to make sure that when it hits 5 o'clock, you're really like jumping off. Like, and if you got to jump off, if you decide to leave early to, take a walk, whatever, like while the sun's still out, like, do it.
Yeah, I was just talking to a friend about that before. He works from home, and he says he tries to leave it as late as as early as he can.
Mm.
Give himself some
Alright.
personal time.
That's our email, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's rough.
Alright, submit.
Submit. Alright,
What's
now
question
onto
about?
the
Request
Something else?
successfully submitted.
onto the juicy stuff. Afghanistan.
Oh, let's go.
The footage was insane.
I haven't seen any footage. I knew there was shit
Oh,
going on.
you haven't
I
seen
knew
any
what it
footage?
was. My
So-
friend just told me here that they just overtook everything within like a day or something.
Yeah, so that footage is kind of whatever. The biggest footage that's making the rounds is America came in, grabbed a bunch of civilians, and flew out. The runway was crowded with these civilians there, and they were like running, and there is footage while it's so high up in the air of people just falling off the plane.
Holy
They actually
shit.
tried to grab onto it while it was leaving, and they are 100% dead.
Holy shit.
But like, how stupid do you have to be? How stupid? Like, I don't think
desperate.
we've lost anything with those people.
I mean, I don't think it's. Oh man, Jesus Christ! I don't think it's stupidity. I think it's
I just realised
dude.
what you said. Ooh.
No, wait, there's desperation. There's like
Whiskey Club, if you're watching this episode, just stop. Watch one of our previous episodes when none of us are drunk.
No, you just edit this out, bro. Thanks.
no,
No, like, it is absolutely desperation, but it's also kind of like, did you really think you're going to be able to hold on to a plane going? Like, I get while it's driving on the runway, absolutely jump onto it.
Yep.
Because the theory is, oh my god, there's someone attached to our plane. We need to pull this thing over right now.
Yeah.
As soon as they get airborne, which is already at a speed that'll probably kill you if you land. If not, it's going to take off half your skin. As soon as they're up in the air, yeah, let go.
Yeah.
Just let go.
I've given up.
I'm like, just thinking about what they were thinking. Like, I'd rather die here like this and fucking buy.
That's it. You're probably right. That's it. They're probably just like, you know what? It's worth the risk.
like-
Even if it's a 1% chance of living, they're like, I'm taking it.
Yeah, that much is obvious. I mean, look, I think we all know out of all of us here, as soon as I face adversity, I'm the first one to pull the trigger. I'm like, I'm out. Stub my toe. I'm out, boys. Just saying, this apocalypse ain't gonna last.
I was listening to some stories about this lady that escaped South Korea, and like it like same thing each time she got to the point where she's like, okay, you can kill me because no, so she escaped to Mongolia,
Mm.
and the Mongolians were willing to just kill her on sight, and she's like, yeah, that's fine. And they brought poison with them and razors so they can just kill themselves on the spot. Because if they were getting sent back to North Korea, they were going to get tortured and killed there anyway.
Wow.
So they were just willing to die straight away. It doesn't matter, like...
I mean, we've seen that a bunch. Like that's like war happened. That happened in war all the time. Is that people are like, I'm going to neck myself because being held captive to you guys is literally means torture and the like.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not war. It's, I mean, I guess in some
This
ways...
isn't war, but I'm saying that like you've seen that level of desperation everywhere.
Yeah. That's fuck, man. Like this, like it was Joe Rogan podcast, and the shit this woman was saying was like fucking crazy, man.
I think it's just weird we live in a world where like in 2021 there are still people who are like objectively the bad guy. Like
How weird. Like I feel like
there's no way to look at it.
I feel like I don't know like how many lives would be lost, but you know, what would it take to overrun North Korea? Like if you just went in there with every allied country, you went in there, you just fucking did what you had to do.
It's
gonna
not.
be
That's
fucking-
the thing is,
gonna
it's
be
not
fucked.
about
Like,
that.
it's
I think part of the issue is that North Korea would literally shoot their entire population.
No,
Like,
it's not even
just
that.
Just to prove
It's
the
just
point.
like if they see someone coming from a mile away, they'll just go, yeah, right, fucking nukes.
Is
done."
because they have some of the
Yeah,
nukes, right?
obviously,
they've
yeah.
got five
There's-
nukes.
But there's ways, like there's no way they haven't developed technology around that.
What do you
You
mean?
know what I mean? Like
We need a Captain America.
if you see people coming at you, like
Captain Australia.
Captain Boomerang or like.
it's just like what'd you say? Like if you have the picture of what's his name, Kim Jong Un.
Yeah.
You have a picture of him in your house, and if you get raided, well not raided, but you have a police check on you, and they come in and check your house, and they see a speck of dust on that picture, you go to prison and you get executed.
Jesus. Fucking hell.
You know, and she was saying that you literally have no food at all.
It's
Farming
insane,
and
bro.
trading is illegal. And all this shit, like no, like, oh, it's fucked.
It's fucking ludicrous, mate.
The whole point of it, I'm pretty sure part of it is to force people to join the military. That's the only way that you get fed.
Mm.
So you
Yeah,
join
join
the
the
army.
military, but another thing they said was that obviously you have your social, your middle class, your lower class, and your upper class. And I mean, although there was a middle class, it was either one or the other.
It's
And
much
that's
more
like,
polarizing.
it's like okay, if you're upper class, you stay upper class. That's how they want it. They don't want lower class coming up to upper class. They just want everything to be the fucking same. No justice, no fucking nothing. So it was a very interesting. I haven't finished the podcast yet, but it's
God
quite
damn.
interesting.
Sounds like North Korea.
Typical.
It's fuck. Like they don't get taught anything, and like also their language. Like they don't get taught certain words. Everything is we. So I doesn't exist in North Korea. It's we are, not I am.
Jesus.
So you can't be individualized or individual.
So does that mean when one person breaks the law, they all break the law?
That's terrible, but oh my god, that is such good conditioning.
Yeah.
highly unethical, but from like how the brain sort of functions itself, that's such a good way to, like you said, remove individuality, and therefore
Well, that's the
sort
thing.
of
Like they were
fall in
saying,
line.
like it's crazy how much a language can change the perception, the conscientiousness of a nation.
Yeah, language is literally our like
Everything.
primary form of expression.
Yes,
It's
and
what
it's
sets us
like,
apart from animals. Like literally, is our ability to communicate.
yeah,
So
and and she was talking about, her like her and her mother getting raped, and she didn't know what it was. Like she knew it was like not great, but like they were just like, all right, well, this is what life is. Because they went to China, they escaped to China, and now they get sold as like pretty much sex slaves. And they were getting raped and whatnot, and she didn't know what it was. She didn't know what the term rape was. She didn't know what
Jesus.
sex was.
didn't understand what consent
All
was.
she, yeah, all she knew was that okay, it doesn't look right, but like it wasn't also wrong in her eyes as well.
It's fucking nuts,
Fucking
man.
crazy shit. Fucking crazy shit.
Ludicrous.
But anyway, Afghanistan, you guys got any like things you want to share? I haven't really like known much about it.
I don't know much either. Except
Honestly,
it's crazy.
I think it's just insane how fast the Taliban came in, and
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this, but it literally kind of showed that the only thing that was holding them back was literally America staying there. I don't know whether that makes. I mean, technically, George Bush sort of started the war, and we just kept it going. But that's the thing we pulled. They pulled their troops out, and then they moved in straight away.
But what does that
I-
mean for like the whole country? Like, what does that mean? It's just gonna be they're gonna be tyrants and just abuse all their civilians and shit. Like, all right,
Yeah, they literally they do it. Basically, imagine what North Korea is now.
yeah,
That's their goal. They take it over. They've removed all photos and stuff of women everywhere from shops and the like, because the Taliban have the whole thing of women don't have jobs, women aren't allowed to vote, women can't be out in public unless they're accompanied by a male and they must wear a burqa. All women's rights gone again, basically. Stuff like that is what the Taliban is going for. And of course, the Taliban aren't going to play nice. They're probably going to be hostile people. If you try to do any relations with them and the like. But
do you think the Taliban was driven by the fact of Americans being there? Like, do you think over time that maybe it will start dissipating?
It's a good point.
I think once you start a war with that kind of person, with that kind of group who are an extremist group,
Yeah.
there's only one way it actually ends, or two ways it ends: in victory or defeat. There's no pulling out of an extremist group, because they're not following an end goal. They're trying to push their belief as far as they can. So you either wipe them all out, or they go as far as they can spread themselves. I'm not saying one of those should happen, but that's what happens when you start poking.
Yeah.
When you start that
That's a
war.
good thing they left.
America left. I understand why, because I don't,
How long have they been there now? Like 12 years?
longer. It's like
More than that.
Bush era, bro.
It's like since
yeah.
2003.
Close-
No,
close to
2001,
20.
I think.
Close to 20.
I think it was 2001.
It wasn't
even.
long after 9/11 that started it all.
Yeah.
I mean, I as sad as it is, it's also, I think, good for the Americans. Like,
Oh, it's
fuck
great
me,
that they're
man.
out of it.
There's something so much they can fucking do. They're protecting people as much as they could and saving
Look,
lives.
I am all for America pulling out of all of their military projects and actually putting funding towards the amount of money they spend. They can still be the strongest army in the world and cut $10 trillion out of their yearly budget, which would be insane to any other part of their economy. Imagine a $10 trillion injection into their healthcare.
Imagine if they had healthcare. Yep, exactly.
They could have healthcare for $10 trillion. It's affordable.
Their country would fucking boom, I reckon.
Yeah.
It'd be insane if they had healthcare. They're one of the only first world countries to not have it.
Just not to change the subject, but I just remembered something I wanted to talk about.
Is
Do you
it
guys remember?
ourselves?
No. Do you guys remember the fucking first episode we did, or second maybe, where we were speaking about that guy who started that Asian dude who was fighting this girl or whatever? They started a punch up or whatever.
In the store with the kick?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he started kicking and shit. And we watched it.
Literally, that was literally the first episode.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. So that was actually an ongoing case up until now, and something actually happened. I can't remember what, but I saw it on the news. So I'm gonna have a quick look.
I just typed in top individuals. It's got English. Episode 1 English sub. It can't be us.
Yeah, that it was she worked for this. Was it Chinese or Japanese? I think it was Chinese.
Let's see.
Chinese restaurant, and she wasn't getting paid enough, and she
Yeah.
demanded more, and then he like lost his shit and like hit her.
Literally, episode 1: man slaps a woman and luxury cars.
Yep, that's the one.
Electric cars, boys. The more important topic.
Let me have a
So
look
the
for it.
new Honda
Here we go.
coming out.
Here it is. Here it is.
So over the
He avoids jail for assault.
How do you manage that?
Wait, did you say avoids?
Yeah, he avoids it. So, magistrate declared him to be a good man of excellent character. He pleaded guilty for hitting the woman. He was charged with basic assault. He failed to show up for his first court appearance because he was waiting for a COVID test. That's a good way out. I might use that. He later told the magistrate court that the young victim had been rude to him and his wife, and he mistakenly believed she was complaining to a manager about him. Ah, okay. The assault was delivered. Blah, blah, blah. Could have hurt this woman.
Does that mean she pressed charges? Or do you reckon it just went to court because it was so viral?
She press charges. Doesn't matter how viral it goes in one of those scenarios.
Yeah, they have to press charges, right?
Unless it was like a criminal, then this.
So what does that mean? Like, so obviously basic assault. What does that mean for him? Like, does he have to just pay her like a little sum of money or something?
Actually, can you send me this? Because I can tell you why I went to court. Judge. Just tell me what to search.
Let me have a look. Adelaide Fun Tea Cafe attacker avoids jail for assault on young waitress he slapped in the face.
Adelaide Fun Tea attacker avoids jail time for fun time raising. Cool.
Double T if I say.
You know what? I got it just by typing in Adelaide Fun Tea attacker. She complained about being underpaid for spare jail after a magistrate declared him to be a good man of excellent character.
Yeah, apparently. Quite interesting. It's quite an interesting development, considering.
He failed to show up to his first court appearance in May due to needing to isolate as he...
Ah, man, good lawyer.
Very good.
Magistrate John Fedder said the community for Tagore would be convicted. The assault was delivered with significant force and was delivered without warning. Yeah.
Yeah, this was Adelaide. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Huge street.
That's the thing. It's like, you know, yeah, like they're saying like he's good character and all that, but like, I don't know. It's hard to know
They're
who's actually
satisfied
right.
that he's unlikely to offend again.
Yeah.
Is what the magistrate said.
I mean, he already did it though. That's the sort of thing. Like, there's so many people who like kill someone and go, "I'm never going to kill again," but they still get charged for manslaughter. So I'm interested to see what he actually got charged for. But who knows, mate? It doesn't actually say in that article, so. Either way, absolutely ludicrous. Absolutely nuts. It doesn't say, does it?
Part of it is... It doesn't say what, sorry.
Oh, just like whether or not he got charged with anything. Or had to
No,
pay a fine.
he's gotten off, pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's what I mean.
They reckon he's unlikely to offend again, so
Yeah.
it's
That's what I mean. It's
fine.
pretty crazy.
But they're saying, like, you know, they expect, you know, even the magistrate was like, you know, the community's probably expecting him to at least receive some sort of conviction, which he didn't. And part of it is the court heard that Guo was a highly respected member of the Chinese community whose wife and children had been victimized due to the publicity of his crime received.
Yeah, fair
It's
enough.
heard he had received death threats and some parents had asked for his children to be expelled from their school. The court was told Guo had been in an emotionally triggered and agitated state due to work stress, had a neck injury when he arrived at the tea shop with his
How do
family.
you guys think you'd go on a jury if you ever get called up?
Terrible.
As in, as a juror, or like I'm in trouble?
No, not in trouble. Like you go up, like
As a juror, fantastic. It'd be fantastic as a juror, bro.
You'd be
12
sitting
angry
there
men.
doing psychological profiling and shit.
I'm sitting there like this.
Yes, man.
It's just this old ruse going, guilty.
You're gonna be like fucking L from Death Note, bro.
I'm gonna be like Monk, mate. What are you on about? Just walk around like
She's a
sniffing the
woman?
bench top.
What's her name? She's a woman. Guilty. No.
Is she hot? Get her out of here. That's terrible.
Jesus, that's so bad.
What's the case?
What's the case?
It's a
Sexual
divorce.
assault. Have you seen her? Unlikely.
Yeah.
What was she mauled by a
You see
bear?
I would do, mate. Don't worry. I'll allow it.
Oh, so
You're
bad.
saying she got held up against the wall, mate. She's built like a linebacker. She's fine.
Jesus Christ.
That's terrible.
Apologies to all our female viewers.
I
heard
kind of
that.
like. Part of me would really love. I actually wouldn't mind doing it. I heard most of the time the cases are really, really boring. But
Oh yeah. It'd be
one of
boring.
my friends. Is it someone we know or is it someone that I know? What the fuck? Yeah, it was Connor. Connor ended up going on a really cool case.
Yeah, Connor. Yeah.
Fuck, I completely forgot.
Yeah, he convicted that murderer.
He had a really. He had. I'm not going to say any of the details, partially because I have forgotten them.
And it's illegal.
And yeah, that part. He didn't really give me much other than what he was allowed to say, actually, because it was public records.
And
By
it was
that point.
illegal.
What?
You're not meant
Know
to,
about
like,
it.
well,
You can't talk
after
about it.
you can, but not.
Yeah,
not when
he
it's
no, he
not
did. It was.
ongoing.
It was after. No, that's the
Oh.
thing. I'm saying what he
Yeah.
told me. What could be found on public records.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So like technically it was above
Ongoing,
board
you're not
because
meant to
I
say
could have
anything.
found it myself. Yeah, it was at the end of because I didn't see him until after it had been done. Because actually, he had to go back like multiple times because it was a serious case that took more than one deliberation. And like it was just interesting because it was one of those cases where like almost like a movie or a TV show, the plot actually thickened, and as they were doing the test, you know, the witnesses and shit, it was like they unraveled some shit, which then made them have to go, we need more time because some things aren't adding up. And I think the first time they went as a jury and had a conversation, they were like, there's gaps in this, we can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt, or either way, because of the fact that there's still gaps, so we need to learn more. So it went back again. But I hear most of the time it's actually kind of boring, and you don't really get anything exciting case-wise.
My brother got called up and he got out of it. I don't know how.
It's really easy to get out of it, but you only
think
get out
you
of
need
it
to
for that
read.
moment. You get out of it for that moment.
I think he just said like he had other commitments or some bullshit.
I've
or
got a
it never went
girlfriend,
ahead.
alright?
Or it never went ahead. One of the two.
Yeah, right.
That happens too. And like sometimes
Yeah.
that can be part of your juries. It's like you were called out for this week, and you keep going every like 5 days a week. You rock up just to see for that week, and then you don't get called to any of them. They're like, "Yep, you're done. Thank you," because you can get like dismissed.
I would do it, but I wouldn't give a fuck. I would literally just be there like, yeah. He what? Yeah. What do you guys think? Guilty? Oh, yeah, okay, guilty, I guess. Like,
Part of me does feel that way. Where if it was like really boring, I'd be like, "Oh, what do you guys reckon? None of you have to be right."
Boring, like, I was just like going through all the facts, information, and shit. Like, I don't like reading because I wouldn't read shit.
Yeah.
I hope the government's
You-
listening so
you-
they never like try any of us for fucking jury
Literally,
duty.
bro.
This is our goal here. Like they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, why can't you be the jury? Okay. Have you checked episode 27?
Like, I remember my
It's
mum.
that
had
Whiskey
to
Club
do it.
episode.
My mum did it when I was really young. She said that it was the hardest thing for her because I think I was like 4. So I was always crying because I never wanted her to leave, and like I think I got real scared of the idea that she was going to court for like some weird trial.
Because you watched Monk. No, that's valid. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it. I would probably ask work to fucking get me a way out of it. To be
Yeah, I
honest.
feel like you could just put like religious reasons, like no.
One of the
can't.
reasons, I mean, actually, no, I don't think you can put it down, but the amount it pays, isn't that good.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's
What do
actually
you
not.
pay
It's,
for it? I thought it's compulsory.
no, you get paid. You get paid for the day, but it's like only a couple hundred.
It's compulsory, but it's
I remember because I remember when Connor was talking about it, he said how much it would get paid, and for him it was cool because I think he was in between jobs at the time, or he was like working, like at some hourly gig or whatever. But when he told me how much it was, I was like, "Oh, dude, I would like actually find a way to not get it because that is a negative balance for me." Supposedly your work is meant to cover the rest. So
Really?
the government pays that, and then you negotiate. Your work is meant to fill up the rest of your pay. But the government, your job though, gets it back at tax as a negative deduction because it's just the government not
Right.
shouldering all that pay there and then. That's what I've heard. I don't know how it would actually play out. But basically, I think your government, I think your work can choose to opt in for that to like pay the remainder, and if not, I think they can actually write you a case to not go to court because it's too
You're
expensive.
doing too much important shit, or
Yeah. So
you-
kind of
Oh, too
they're either
important.
willing to pay the difference and have you go, or it's like a thing where it's like no, you know, this person obviously with their pay or whatever, like fucking I don't know what it is, they're at a role
wonder
that's too important right
what,
now.
what other countries do it? Does America do the same thing, or is that
Yes.
all
Yeah.
voluntary?
America does the same thing. You get randomly selected.
England would be the same, right? England would be the same. Probably a lot of Commonwealth places.
Yeah,
North
that's
Korea is the
it's a pretty
same.
Commonwealth thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
North Korea's
I guess.
North Korea is pretty similar.
Yeah.
North Korea is just Kim Jong Un, just nothing.
He's just sitting there at the fucking box like. Nah.
You know
Who's
what I
this?
watched the other
Who's
day?
this dickhead?
The Death of Stalin.
Oh yeah.
Such a good film.
I
That's
still
so
haven't seen it.
funny.
Film.
That is so funny.
Like,
It's that.
the
What
opening
is the other
scene-
film I keep telling you to watch, Alex? It's Death of Stalin and The Gentleman.
Gentleman, yeah.
The Gentleman.
I haven't seen either of his films. Very strange, but I'll get there.
But like Death of Stalin, like one of the opening scenes is like he like hands all these papers to these soldiers and it's like, yeah, kill him, but make sure his wife sees it, and the brother is sitting in the other room. You know, make sure they drop from a 30-foot, balcony, they're dead, whatever. And then he hands them the last paper, he's like, just do whatever the fuck you want with this cunt, like, just kill him. Like, it's just fucking crazy, the amount of, like, and they try to put in as much realism as they could in, or truthfulness.
That
And
yeah,
that
they
really
tried
did
to be
well.
like they went for humor first, but they still tried to put some really accurate moments.
Yeah, like
because
a
I
dark,
suppose
like,
there
really
are some
dark
moments
humor.
around his death that are like kind of unbelievable, and there is like Matt just said, there are some dark fucking
Yeah, like,
in that show.
he
In that film.
had a heart attack, and they were too scared, like, the guards were too scared to walk in there, so they didn't check the room for, like, a day, until the maid came.
Jesus.
So like, he was just sitting there in his own piss. He had a stroke. Sorry, I think it was a stroke.
Alright.
Yes. Good film. Good film. Real
I'll have
funny.
to see it, mate. It's on
Crazy
stand.
deep. Yeah, that's where I watched it.
Oh, it was you who watched it. I saw it. Someone watched it on my account. I'm like, my parents
That's
would be
why
into this.
That's why I asked for your info.
Your dad might love it.
Nah, mate, it's not Big Bang Theory or 2.5 Men. He ain't into it.
It's not
Two broke
shit,
girls,
but-
mate? Nah.
Oh, bro.
I
it's
can
on the
think
TV,
of
shit.
Two Broke Girls.
Yeah.
Surely your dad would like the New Girl, right?
Yeah, he does, actually. He does. Yeah.
You girls alright if you're in desperation.
Oh, I love that show.
Nah, New Girl I think's alright. I've seen a few episodes. Seems good.
Not too bad. Yeah, a few episodes, not bad.
I haven't seen the whole thing, but I've heard it's alright. Leave a comment below if you think New Girl is good.
I think I would list on 4 separate occasions I have rocked up to your house, and your dad has started whatever that House's show or film is.
Oh, yeah. Forget about that.
Like, think about that. It is definitely, I would say 100% more than 2. I legitimately think 4 times he has started it and just started laughing in the first 10 minutes of the show, of the film or whatever it is. But I've never watched the full thing.
I mean, you're
And
right.
even and the best
You
part,
see House's?
Yeah.
House's versus what? Which one is it? Because they just watched the
There's
one.
they watch a few, but like there's the House's
I've
versus
seen it.
Yeah, I was there.
Fat
I was
Pizza.
there, right? I remember this.
Yeah, you've seen. Yeah, I
They
think it's
watch that a
pizza,
lot.
and
I don't know why.
I just remember it was like your dad laughing because we were eating, and your dad laughing was
Yeah.
whatever. I'm used to it. I love it. I've got a grin on my
Like a
face.
fucking Barbies.
But Alex looked me dead in the eye, and your mum laughed at a joke, and you just knew that I was gone. I was like sweating and in tears, trying to not laugh out loud at how funny it was, because it was just not a joke I thought your mum would laugh at. I can't remember which one it was. It was not a clean one. It was not appropriate.
Oh, it absolutely wouldn't have been.
But she cacked it, and I was.
reckon it was.
I was
It was
gone.
one. It was a joke with the Italian pizza shop owner.
Yeah, it was super early on. It was super
Oh.
early on in the episode.
You know they make. You know Fat Pizza's getting a reboot.
Yeah, I heard
that
something about
a
it.
few months ago. I don't know how it's going.
For people who don't know, Fat Pizza's like a cult Australian comedy with a lot of ethnic people in it, and it's very offensive.
It is real local Aussie like.
They make
humor.
fun of literally every like minority and disability, and it's pretty bad.
It's weird how like we can get away with it because like Australians just find it funny and don't care.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's because they're the ones making. They make fun of themselves the most.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't target the others too much.
Not much, but a little bit. I mean,
Too
one of their
much.
shows they had like midgets in it or whatever, and they were calling them midgets like whatever, instead of like little people or whatever. And it's just I don't know. It was pretty bad, and like they had like you know what they've never been offensive, like too racially offensive, other than like wogs and stuff, because they are wogs. So I guess I'll give them credit for that. But
That's their whole like stick, right?
yeah, I mean that's their whole shtick. Like they gotta make fun of someone, I guess, but I don't know, bro. It's just every time I watch it, I'm like, they shouldn't be saying this shit, and that's me talking. Like,
Interesting.
mind you, I'm not that sensible, but
Now,
For sure.
I don't
It's a
know
show.
if other people are interested in this, but
mm.
a big YouTuber from 5 to 10 years ago has started streaming on Twitch the first time in a very long time.
Is it me?
No.
I have a YouTube channel. It's hidden. No one will ever find it.
FPS Russia. He's
Mhm.
back.
Actually,
I think he calls himself just Kyle. Is it FPS
It's
Kyle?
it's FPS Kyle, but he posts on his FPS Russia Facebook page when he's
Yes,
about to go live.
and he is
That's how
like-
does it.
And like it's like it makes me happy that he's kind of back doing his thing. I don't think he did it for a while because he was pretty like depressed and didn't care too much about it. I think now he wants to start making some more money.
It's probably a
he's
money
getting
thing.
bulk
I
views.
think the other thing as well, though, is it's the fact that he was a fat fuck and getting basically bullied for it by the fan base on every podcast episode. And what he did is he did an 11-month transformation that is beyond insane. He was on TRT, like that's just common knowledge, and on all sorts of other supplements to help. But even then, it was an 11-month turnaround. He is as ripped as he possibly can be. He is like legitimately superhero ripped right now. It is nuts. His first stream back was 4 hours of him discussing it like week by week, month by month. And he used a popular YouTuber for fitness stuff called More Plates, More Dates to help him set up a plan. And More Plates, More Dates did a quick 16-minute video on what Kyle had gone for. What FPS Kyle had gone through. And he said it's just pure dedication and will. This supposedly Kyle didn't miss a week. He had to inject something in his ass every fucking second day or some shit.
I admire his will, dedication, but at the same time, he was pumping hormones and shit.
Oh, definitely.
He also had the.
There's also a guy that doesn't work. He doesn't work.
He's also paying for it. He was literally paying for it.
Yeah, he had a trainer or some shit help him out or something like that.
And that's what makes me upset. You see all these people, especially whether they're Hollywood stars or whoever.
I mean, he legit looks more ripped than what I would ever want to look if I could possibly get there.
Oh yeah, he went.
I don't like the look of it. He went full. He went Bucky. Yeah, Alex, this is how he went.
He is outrageous.
Let me pull up
there's
a picture real quick.
There's legit no body fat. It is just all
it's funny
muscle
how
everywhere.
the last few months,
New body.
not even a few months, last 5 to 6 months, he was always talking about how Woody's getting fucking ripped.
Jesus Christ.
Woody's one of his co-stars.
It was his hint. Yeah, that was his hint.
It's just veiny, bro.
Woody and Taylor both knew that he was getting jacked, and they just keep on looking.
Yeah, right.
That is there's no fat on him.
No, that's the point, and that is a really good shot where he's dehydrated and lighting. It's a professional shot, but the point is, that doesn't take away from how if you might have it up on stream. Let me have a look.
I don't have it on stream. Sorry, I'm just looking for my personal benefit.
But yeah, honestly, it looks amazing from a muscular point of view, but it's not even a physique you would actually want.
Nah, that's just too skinny to me. It's too lean.
Someone found him on Tinder, by the way, is what forced this to happen. Someone found him on Tinder, and it got leaked, so then the next week he just went live with it.
Shit.
Which I
Well,
mean,
like,
lucky he
it's
got to
not-
that point. Imagine if he got caught 2 months ago.
Yeah,
Wasn't
well.
there.
Well, like, I'm keen to see where he takes it. Like I wish he had like a like YouTube channel because I would watch him play games.
He
He's
used
using
to.
it for gaming. He's twitching gaming. He's twitching
Yeah, I know
Vermintide with
he's
Taylor.
tweaking, but like thing is, I don't get on Twitch that much to watch people. Just I don't know. I'd rather
Watch
watch
the
an
VODs.
edited
Watch the
version.
VODs, I
Yeah.
guess. But no, I'm with you. I watch edited stream, like, I
Yeah.
watch as long as 40 minutes, but I still want the actual
I don't know.
Like,
nothingness.
it's-
I only
Is
watch
he-
Twitch straight from the source,
Is he allowed to
topindividuals.com.
post on his main channel? Was he?
Yeah, absolutely. The only reason he stopped is because his editor or producer, whatever, got murdered.
That was before.
Wait, actual?
That was no. I'm pretty sure that was before.
For what?
I think that was actually a while ago. Before.
You talk about
his last
before the
video.
marijuana. That was
Yeah.
no. He had a bankroll of videos still, but him getting federated, he can still do his YouTube channel. No worries. He can use FPS Rush just because he can't own guns anymore doesn't mean he can't do content on that channel. He can still actually boot that back up and
I
post on
think
it.
he just couldn't do gun content, I guess.
He just couldn't do gun content, yeah, because it's a
Yeah.
dead giveaway that he's has the gun in his hands and he can't do
But
that.
man, like I feel like if he started posting on his main channel, like shit would fucking pop off for him if he like really put some effort into it.
Yeah, it could. I think the fact of the matter is, I think when you think about the games he plays and the like, I don't think he's an entertaining gaming streamer.
Yeah, well that's what I
And
mean.
I think that's actually what held him back. Because even when he was called Pile, because he was fat, everyone gave a shit for it. There's heaps of different. I think now he's called Ryle because it's Royd Kyle.
That makes sense.
Or Ripped Kyle, depending on how you view it.
I'll
or
go
if
Royd.
accurate. It was something to the likes of like if he actually was really good at game, like he is a really good gamer, but because he spends 10 hours at the stuff, and he's like, me and my team always kill it when we do like PUBG or Tarkov. I believe
Yeah, he's
that.
always got boss
And-
fucking teammates. That's why.
Yeah, he's got absolute killer teammates for one. But I feel like if he was actually entertaining when gaming and not just full sweat focused, I think he would have done. I think he would have streamed like months ago. I think he knew that it was just
I
going to
feel
be
like he
another
could
stream.
be a good. Like, I feel like he could be a good streamer. Like
Yeah, he just has to
gaming,
do
like,
it to get good. You
Like,
literally
he
you
just
have
has-
to.
We should
check
give
it
him
out.
some
like,
tips.
He talks a lot of shit. I don't know. Like it's just for me, it's just one of my like little high school like things where like I used to watch him when I was real young. I used to love his shit.
Same.
And
That's
then,
how I
like,
found
I
that
used to.
podcast.
And then I got into like then he died off. Then Jake introduced me to their podcast.
Do you know how good it felt having someone else watch this podcast? Because
Oh,
I
and
think
then,
Alex knows how long I've watched this fucking thing for.
Mhm.
It's not even like I mean Kyle's always is like a benefit to that podcast, but like
Yeah, it's Merker. It's
Ty-
Taylor. Taylor is the funniest fucking person on that show.
Like, Taylor for me, man, like I've watched a couple of his streams just because he's fucking funny, but like that man, he's like real, like he's the most. Like, I reckon he's the most intelligent on that podcast. He has a full-time job. He
He's
just
the
got
most
married.
real. He's down to earth. You like the way he's getting successful, and
He's
you
just
kind
a
of root for him.
general, like, he's just a general guy that you'd meet at school that just makes you laugh. Like, that's who he is, and he's also, like, he just seems like a real good guy. Like,
Out of
he
all
can
of
be-
them, he's the one I'd want to meet
yeah. I
in
feel like
person.
Woody Gamers Tag, he's a
Woody's
cunt.
getting worse the older he gets.
Yeah,
He
he's
keeps
a
on bringing
cunt.
up this thing called type something fun.
Yeah, 3 types of fun.
Fuck's that.
So
Yeah.
type 1 fun is something that's fun in the moment, and then afterwards you look back at it and you're like, that was fun. Like, I don't know, bouncing on a trampoline. Type 2 fun is like getting lost in the woods on some crazy adventure, and you can't, like, at the moment, you're like, this sucks, I want to get home, this is scary, this is this, whatever, or, maybe a risky car jump or something. But when you finally get back home and it's been like 2 months later and you're telling the story to someone else or you're at a pub, it's a funny story and you look back as,
Yeah,
that was
I
crazy,
think
but that
he
was
used-
really fun.
Yeah, I think the example he used was changing a tire in like the rain.
Which is a stupid, that's not fun at the moment and not something
Yeah.
fun to look back on. I have a story of that,
Yeah,
I don't
I know,
recall
but-
that to be fun. But I get what he's coming
I
from.
think I think the way he used it was because he was with his wife or a friend, and it was like he was proving himself.
Yeah,
to
it's
do
like,
the job.
yeah, it was shit at the
situation, and
moment,
you look
but
back on that.
the fact that you made it, it was just a funny, like, oh man, what are the
Yeah.
chances of us getting a tire in the rain? Luckily I was able to change it, it went smoothly, but that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
And then it's fun to look back at. And then type 3 is just something that's legitimately just not fun and not, fun after the fact.
Well, that's
But-
why I can categorize that as fun then.
That's all. That's one of the
That's
things
one
that people
point.
in the comments say is type free fun doesn't exist. That's just called not fun.
Yeah, what the
Um,
fuck? Is this guy
But
retarded?
he brings this system up on every
Oh,
episode since he
like
learned about it.
literally, right? I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Have
bro,
you
I've
seen the
heard it.
latest episode?
Nah, like I've heard
Someone
it.
asked him about it. Was like, oh, what's like? Because he's like, yeah, that's type 2 fun. And like Kyle and Woody kind of rolled their eyes. And then the guy goes, oh, what's type 2 fun? Kyle literally goes, oh, if you're gonna say this again, I'm getting up. And he gets up immediately. And then Woody goes, no, but he wanted to hear. And he starts saying it. And Taylor instantly starts doing an ad read and completely cuts Woody off. And Woody just sits there. And he
said it so
starts
many
furiously
times,
typing.
Like it's a good thing to say like 1 or 2 times. Like
He's stuck in that sort of like presenter mode where he hears something and like he forgets that. He just thinks it's because he thinks it's the bee's knees. So he's like, I gotta tell people.
yeah, I
Because
think
he
he's
did
stuck
do
in that
instructional
mode.
videos on YouTube. He
Yeah.
did like Woody's Mail. So I think he's used to viewing us
I
as
think-
16-year-olds who don't know shit.
I think he's also viewing his life at this moment in that type of way.
He lives a very unique life where he can just do whatever he wants. He's a multi-millionaire who fucking paramotors. He's right now he just got back I think from a month-long motorbike ride across America with a friend that was off-road, and he halfway through he like bought a different bike, swapped it out. Like he just does what he wants because he can.
It's an interesting story. It's an interesting story, but
Mm.
it is what it is.
No, it isn't.
Anyway, you guys got any questions you want to ask?
Yeah, I've got a question. Well, you
Okay,
reckon
you go.
Kanye's releasing Donda or what?
Mike Dean is out, mate. I don't think it's coming, bro. I think it's gonna sit there right next to Yandi, Turbo Graphics, Cruel Summer 2, Watch the Throne 2, and there's another album in there that I can't remember the name of. It was unreleased.
That was most of them. Oh, the fourth,
Yeah.
fourth of the original trilogy.
Yeah. That's why, 'cause I had the teddy bear in
Good.
my
What is
head.
it? Good something.
Yeah, it's not Good Life.
No, that's one of his songs.
Um,
Good something.
Unreleased Kanye albums. 10 of Kanye's. Cruel Winter is there. Love Everyone. Someone said Yeezus. Oh, 'cause there's a different version of Yeezus out there.
Oh, there is. Yeah.
Yeah. So Help Me God.
So help me God
Was
is the
one.
Yeah, that's
it was
one
like
of
an
them.
EP, right? But like
That
it
was
gets weird, though,
done.
because
That was done. That got released.
it was done. But then like So Help Me God took songs from Turbo Graphics and from like Yandi and the like.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
it just sort of and
he
it
just
had
keeps
Life of Pablo extras. He just
Yeah.
keeps grabbing whatever hasn't dropped.
Mhm.
So
What was
Wolves.
the original? What was that original album he was going to release?
Love Everyone.
No.
Yandi, So Help Me God, College Dropout original version, Good Ass Job.
Good ass job.
Good Ass Job. Yeah, everyone's looking, and the number one here, just from some random fucking website that everyone supposedly would want, is Watch the Throne 2.
Yeah. Well,
Which,
obviously.
agreed. Watch the Throne
lot of people
2 just has potential to be insane.
It does, but it won't be.
But Jay-Z and Kanye aren't what they were.
No. I don't think Kanye and anyone at what they were.
Although, but Kanye, like, some of his songs sound like they, like, even his songs that we hear from Donda, I'm like, it sounds like Life of Pablo songs. Which
Yeah.
had, like, it sounds like Wolves, bro. I'm like,
Good.
this is good.
No, but that's the thing. Like a lot of the I mean, look, I've heard the album when it was live streamed a couple weeks back, and I only heard like little bits because I was very busy at the time, so I could only listen to what I heard. But what I heard was actually like good, and so that's why I'm like, I think it will get released because it's pretty much done. Like I'm not sure why it's taking so long. Like yeah, like Mike Dean's leaving, but it's probably just more like
After a divorce, mate.
yeah. But it's probably more just something like, oh yeah, like, I'm fucking, over this guy back and forth. Like now Kanye's got executive decision, he's going to do some dumb shit. Sure, but the shit's done. You know what I mean? Like the stuff is done, whereas a lot of the old projects weren't mastered like at all. But I want to see this, because I don't know where you heard this. Let me see. Mike Dean leaves Donda.
I've been listening to his music a fair bit lately.
Yeah?
And like, fuck me, like every song is just good. Like, it's not like the catchiest.
He's
but it's
just good, man. He's just consistent.
like you're just listening to it. You're like, okay, yeah, I know the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
You're just there grooving to it. Everyone else in the room knows the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, You think without Jay-Z, he would be nothing?
No,
Or do you reckon even if like he went by himself, he'd be something?
he was bigger before Jay.
He was massive before Jay-Z. Are you kidding me?
Oh, was he? I thought Jay-Z
Huge.
founded him.
No. Huge before that, bro.
But didn't they become really good
Hold on.
friends?
There was a producer.
I don't think Mike Dean's left. He's
just done with it.
He said he actually responded to what you read, and he said, I haven't quit anything. The album continues. Lol. People read too much into tweets.
Okay.
He's still in. We're still good. Thunder's coming.
To a chart. Dude, I can't believe there's a version of All Day that has a Travis Scott verse in it.
Yeah, it's unreal.
All Day not doing well on the charts is why people reckon So Help Me God never dropped.
That makes sense.
And then he just chucked half of All Day on fucking Life of Pablo. Well, he gave Tell Your Friends to fucking Weekend.
He gave a lot of songs to a lot of artists.
Yeah, which he must have made
Did he
bang.
now?
He gave a lot of shit to Travis Scott.
He gave a lot. No, like
Yeah.
Travis Scott is the reason.
As
It's,
in
I'm pretty sure it's the reason why
like,
Rodeo
music
sounds
production.
amazing.
Yeah.
He gave like
Just a Kanye
he
album,
did,
bro.
he did a lot of Rodeo, and he did a lot of Birds in the Trap
Like,
Sing McKnight. That's the
Everything,
second
like
one.
lyric and like music production, or like
Music
So the
production.
entire beat, music production, and in some cases like the chorus or hook,
Yeah.
and then the verses, of course, is Travis Scott's team.
interesting.
Ridiculous.
You know
Yeah.
what I think?
What do you think, mate?
Obviously, I don't know. Obviously, you guys know I'm a big fan of Lil Dicky.
Mm-hmm.
I think this whole like TV series he's been doing, just letting it get a little bit bigger, and he's getting Kanye on a fucking track. Kanye's his biggest fan. No, sorry. Lil Dicky is the biggest fan of Kanye.
Is the biggest fan of Kanye, yeah.
Um,
I mean, he's already at a point where he can get whatever almost any artist he wants on a track. Like, he's huge. That's the
he's
Chris
quite
Brown
big.
effect.
Apparently,
Get Chris Brown on a track.
How is Chris
Well,
Brown
I mean,
still getting features? I don't know, but I don't care.
Don't know. I
Right.
don't fucking know.
I've been getting heaps of articles. Obviously, Lil Dicky, he does his TV series. If you're not sure, of
Dave.
Dave. Been
It's
getting
finished
with
now.
these- yeah, it's finished, but I've been getting heaps of these weird articles. About how like it's like fucking mint. Like it's really good. Apparently, like towards the end of the season, it's like set up itself for another season again.
Heard it kind of ended in a way that would have like ended it.
Yeah, I don't know, but like apparently it's some real top quality TV shit that no one expected. So
It's meant to be really good.
I'm interested to watch it, but I'm glad. I've been a fan of him since his first fucking song that he released. So,
Bro, same.
but yeah, man, if Kanye and Lil Dicky on a song, that'd be fucking insane.
I mean, they were on a
Sounds
song.
great.
They did the what was the Earth song?
Earth. We love
Ah,
the
no,
Earth.
it was Kevin Hart.
I know.
But, yeah.
I'm Kanye West.
Kanye West. I think it was meant to be. No, Kanye was meant to be in it.
Mm.
Yeah, and
And
it
then
just shit
something
happened
happened.
randomly. Yeah,
Shit
Kanye's
happened,
Kanye.
and then he had to like fucking get a sub in. and
I
he
think
put-
the best song you'll get with Lil Dicky and Kanye on it together is one where Kanye does the beat and nothing else. I actually
Yeah,
think
probably.
I think their two voices don't work together at
No,
all
they
for a
wouldn't.
song.
No.
Neither their vibe.
Even though I would like still like them to work together, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think they could definitely get something cooked up really well. But
Mate, I'll just take anything with Kanye for now. Fucking hell.
leave it there, boys. It's not a bad
Yeah.
note to end it on.
Yeah,
positive.
alright. Fucking hell, mate.
So on the left is our previous videos.
No, that's
on
Matt.
the right. On the right is the channel link.
No, that's you.
Thank you all for coming tonight.
Yeah, just
Don't
click-
forget to subscribe down below and click the
Yeah,
bell if you want to
please
receive
subscribe,
notifications.
sounds like you've heard this before.
Obviously, here from YouTube. Don't forget to find us on Twitch, where you can find the donation link. We're trying to fund either A, a mic for Jake, or B,
Someone
Whiskey Club
donate.
subscription.
Someone donates money, I'll double the donation.
Matt so is now doubling the donation. I'm going to chuck $100 in.
As in-
Just-
Hey, either way, I get a
As in-
little money out of this.
I'll send money to them personally.
So
The fuck?
they donate $1 and you send them $2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is terrible.
It's not a good idea.
This is terrible. I mean, look, if it still means actually, this sounds great for me. If I chuck $100,
It's great for you. It's
and
great
you
for
send
me too.
200 back.
Not that we've actually accessed any of the money that we've received from this podcast yet.
Yeah,
but...
for all we know, Matt's has been drinking on our dime.
Most likely.
Bank fees, mate. I'm not gonna pay bank fees.
Alright, DK episode 467. Have a good one, guys.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. We love you lots. If you tuned in today, you're probably the best person out. If you didn't...
Where can we find you,
you're
Alex?
okay.
On Twitch? YouTube, Snapchat? What's
Let
your
me,
handle? What's your handle on Tinder?
Bumble?
How can we find you?
Find me at the real Euros. Or
At
don't.
Real
It's
Euros?
fine if
There
you
you
don't.
go. Follow him there.
Anyways, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Much appreciated. If you guys enjoyed this podcast, please leave a like. If you didn't, then that's fine. You should leave a dislike, I guess. If you think we can improve, leave a comment. I don't care. At this point, it's fine. Just let us know. We're struggling here. No, we're actually doing all right. Either way, as per usual, you'll have buttons on the left and the right. One's for a video, one's for our channel link. The video is probably just going to be what's best for you. I'm not very good at pressing these buttons. I'm terrible at these YouTube things. Either way, if you're on Twitch, thanks for listening this far. I'm not sure why you're still here. We're kind of done now. This is more just for the YouTube stuff. Either way, thanks for listening, I guess, and goodbye, and lots of love. And I just want to thank Jake for egging me on. Cheers.